Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to each and every one of you to the World Teachers Quiz Know It All. Before we move any further of this fantastic initiative from the TeacherTribe.world, it is our pleasure and privilege to introduce to you our host, a passionate knowledge show host, writer, author, poet. She's the co-founder and senior editor of the TeacherTribe.world. She is also the only professional woman quiz host across Asia. With over 300 shows across 50 destinations of India and overseas, she enjoys a huge fan following now with students and teachers. From being a co-host of the Tata Crucible to several other corporate shows, the Teacher's Quiz is something that is very close to her and she's passionate about. She was rated by Business World as a 40 under 40 for content creators a year ago and was also conferred the iconic Woman Creating a Better World for All award by the Women Economic Forum. Ladies and gentlemen, here to grill you all, please welcome one and only Rashmi Furtado.
Hello ladies and gentlemen and my dear educators, welcome to the World Teachers Quiz Know It All Season 3. This is the 6th quarter-final, which means I have completed 5 quarter-finals already and identified the first 10 semi-finalists of the World Teachers Quiz. Now it's time for me to identify the next 2 who will make it into the semi-final. Let me quickly introduce our finalists to you. The first finalist of the day is Jayanti from Sri Kumaran's Children's Home, Bengaluru. Here she is. Up next is Mahalakshmi from National Public School, Bengaluru. Following her is Vandita from Birla Balika Vidyapeeth. Alright. Following her is Vadiraj from Maharani Lakshmi Amani College. There he is. Following him is Nesin Kiran Kumar from New Horizon Gurukul. And completing the lineup here today is Rekha from Vidyaniketan Public School. Alright, we have 6 of them joining us in this quarter-final. Let me quickly get into the rules, ladies and gentlemen. 10 questions, all of them on the buzzer, single attempt per question, only +1, -1 the scoring pattern, and the top 2 scorers will make it into the semi-final. The goal here is to make it to the semi-final. The contestants need to keep that at the back of their mind. Alright, the first question of this quarter-final, here it is. Prague is the capital of which country? Rekha on the buzzer, go ahead.
Czechoslovakia.
Give me a slightly better answer. I'll give it to you. I'm asking for the newer name. That's all.
Czech Republic.
Czech Republic is absolutely right. +1 to you. +1 to you. All right. She was on the right track, ladies and gentlemen. I had to give her the opportunity to correct her answer. It was basically an old name versus the new name. And of course, the geographies we will not get into. All right. Let's move into question number 2. It's a slightly longer question. Listen to me carefully. Born in London on December 26th in the early 1790s, his autobiography is Passages from the Life of a Philosopher. Famous as the creator of the difference and analytical engines, whom am I talking about? Analytical engine is a huge clue. Very, very famous name. You cannot get this wrong. All right, time is up, time is up. I really thought analytical engine would have been a very good clue. Ma'am, you can try, but no points. You can try. I said time is up. Go ahead. Mahalakshmi, ma'am.
Is it Charles Babbage?
You should have pressed the buzzer. Charles Babbage is absolutely right. I saw your body language, you and Vandita ma'am both, I saw the body language. Back yourselves up. All right, but she does not get a +1 because I had already told the time is up. You have to press the buzzer before the 5-second mark. Let's move on to question number 3. Buzzers are neutralized again. Here we go. Longer question again, listen to me carefully. In 1983, the Jules Rimet Trophy was used for the FIFA World Cup winners, and it was stolen when it was awarded in perpetuity to which country? Go ahead, Mahalakshmi Mama on the buzzer, go ahead.
Brazil.
+1 to you, absolutely right. Brazil is what I was looking for. All right, let's move on to question number 4. Which Spanish painter was the co-founder of the Cubist movement with Georges Braque? I'll give you options, I'll help you out. Jackson Pollock or Pablo Picasso? Go ahead, Mahalakshmi ma'am on the buzzer.
Pablo Picasso.
+1 to you, beautiful answer there. +1 on Pablo Picasso. All right, question number 5, here we go. Slightly longer question. Listen to me very carefully. Which renowned detective on his retirement to Sussex took up the hobby of beekeeping as his primary occupation? He eventually, go ahead Rekha ma'am, half the question only.
Hercule Poirot.
Oh, taking a negative. I wish you would have waited for me to complete the question. You can answer, Mahalakshmi ma'am, no points, go ahead.
Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes is absolutely right. All right, she takes a negative on that one, but okay, we still have 5 more questions to go. She can still make it up into the positives. Let me quickly tell you where all of them stand. Rekha ma'am just took a negative, so she's back on nil. Mahalakshmi ma'am is the only one on 2 points as of now. I have seen teachers qualify into the semi-final with 2 points as well, but you never know what may happen. She'll have to keep a close eye on the scores. Let's move on to question number 6. Which phrase is derived from a satirical and historical novel written by Joseph Heller, which deals with the paradoxical situation faced by Captain John Yossarian, where he cannot avoid a problem because of contradictory constraints or rules? Your options, I have options for you. Quagmire or Catch-22? Jayanti, go ahead.
Yeah, Quagmire.
-1 on that. Catch-22 is the right one. Catch-22 is the right answer. All right, let's move on. Question number 7. In terms of currency, what happened in Ghana in 1982, Nigeria 1984, Myanmar 1987, North Korea 2010 and India 2016? Rekha on the buzzer, go ahead.
Demonetization.
Demonetization is absolutely right, +1. Ladies and gentlemen, we have completed 7 questions. Let's move on to question number 8. When the lost symbol was found at the deception point inside a digital fortress, the origin of the inferno was established. Identify a person from this sentence. Your Nason sir doesn't need options, go ahead.
Dan Brown.
+1 to you, absolutely right. These are all the books that were written by Dan Brown. +1 to him. All right, 2 more questions remaining. As of now, Mahalakshmi ma'am seems to be very safe unless she decides to take negative in the next 2 questions, which I highly doubt. She says no, so she can sit back and enjoy the show. I have Rekha and Nason both on +1 each, Jayanti on -1, Vadiraj and Vandita on nil. 2 more questions. As of now, anyone can still make it up and at least force a tiebreaker for the second slot in that semi-final. Even Jayanti with a negative, if she gets the next 2 right, she can force a tiebreaker. So the second slot in that semi-final is still a question mark. So let's see what happens. The penultimate question of this quarter final. Which space agency made its first commercial launch by placing a Saudi satellite in orbit on April 11, 2019? Go ahead, Vadiraj, go ahead, sir.
ISRO, India.
He takes a negative on that, -1. My complete question. Which space agency made its first commercial launch by placing a Saudi satellite in orbit on April 11, 2019 with its Falcon Heavy launcher? SpaceX the answer. SpaceX the answer I was looking for. He takes a negative on that one. The last question of this quarterfinal, ladies and gentlemen. If Rekha or Nason, one of them get a +1, they move into the semi-final. If Vandita ma'am gets a +1, then we have a three-way tiebreaker. Let's see what happens. The last question, here we go. All right, I expect a very quick buzz on this one, so please listen to me carefully. I basically need the name of the product or name of the company. Utterly Butterly Delicious is an ad jingle by Jayanti. Go ahead.
Amul.
Amul is absolutely right. She gets a +1, but she still is on nil with this +1. She negated the -1 that she had earlier. We have completed 10 questions, ladies and gentlemen. Mahalakshmi ma'am from National Public School, Bengaluru has made her place in that semi-final fair and square. She's taken the first spot, but the second spot is yet to be occupied, and I have both Rekha and Nason on +1 each, both of them on a tiebreaker. These questions are tiebreaker questions only for Rekha and Nason. Which country's currency is called bolivars? Bolivars. Nason, go ahead.
Bolivia, ma'am.
Bolivia, giving him a -1. It's a common mistake that people make. The right answer is Venezuela, named after Simon Bolivar. Their currency is bolivars. He takes a negative on that one, but like I said, he now applauds Rekha ma'am, who makes it to the semi-final, joining Mahalakshmi ma'am in that semi-final of the World Teachers Quiz. A good attempt by Nason there. Congratulations to both Mahalakshmi and Rekha. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for this quarter-final. I keep telling you, this gets more and more interesting as we move closer into that semi-final. Each and every quarter-final, I have had teachers giving me extremely good quality answers. So you will definitely enjoy each and every show. Come back and watch the next quarter-final. I will see you there.